everyone, and welcome to She Rides, a podcast where women's cycling takes the lead. I'm Saar.
And I'm Kristof, and today we're diving into the latest race results and hot topics in women's cycling.
And we have guest joining us to share her story. Let's get started. Ready? Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 47 of She Rides. We're in the week between the Euros and the Gravel Worlds, and what's better to look ahead to the Gravel Worlds than with a world champion. Hi Kim.
Hello. Yes, I'm indeed a world champion. One more day.
Yeah, before we get into this podcast, can you introduce yourself for our listeners?
Yes. So my name is Kim. I got into graveling. I got into cycling with COVID. I first joined the road racing team. Quickly, I changed to gravel because I was not used to riding in peloton, but I was able to ride hard. So I chose gravel. And last season was my first full gravel season, and I succeeded becoming a Belgian champion Elite 2 and world champion in my age category. Yeah. That's a quick introduction, eh?
Yeah, that's nice. So as you said, maybe a rather classic story. Since COVID, I got into cycling. But what before COVID?
Before COVID, for 20 years, I was a very passionate hockey player, a field hockey player. And yeah, I always played first team. But due to knee injuries, always coming back. And then COVID, I quit and I started cycling. And yeah, that doesn't hurt my knee because it's just muscular work instead of getting shocks on the knees. So I'm very happy.
Was it a hard decision leaving the hockey behind, or?
No, because I was struggling with always having to come back after injury. Realizing that I had good results, potential good results coming up in cycling, it was a very easy decision.
Yeah, totally different question actually. Do you think starting later with cycling gives you like certain advantages or strengths compared to riders who have been racing since childhood?
Advantages, I don't know. I think the biggest disadvantage is not having the skills and the tactical knowledge, like going to a peloton, going into a sprint. Yeah, you don't know how it's done. And for my first race ever, I was dropped in a 1.1 UCI race, and I had never ridden. I didn't know what the advantage was of riding in someone's wheel. I had no. So it's a bit it's. I don't know if there are much advantages to starting late. No, I don't know.
Maturity, maybe, Kim. Maturity, possibly. Placing things easier into perspective, probably.
Yeah, yes and no. I'm very passionate about the sport, and it's still struggle with how to cultivate. In my head, I'm still 18 years old and still wanting to win. And so that depends person to person, I think.
Yeah, but you have the drive. That's cool. What do you still remember from, let's say, the early rides, apart from not knowing the advantage of riding in someone's wheel?
What I remembered, that I was a bit uncomfortable, especially in a peloton, in going into the last 10 or 5Ks when the I don't know how to say it in English, but when the trechter came, when they were all coming closer, I always wanted to brake, but then they told behind me, no, don't do it. It's even more dangerous. So it's, making the switch, I remember, was lots of adrenaline at some moments. But, and my early rides, in my first year, I had a collarbone fracture. So, but I became part of the club then. So
yeah, that's your baptism actually, getting your collarbone broken. Welcome to the club.
No, I remember. I remember good times. It was good to ride in a team. There was lots of young girls around me. But they were all helping me out and riding behind me because I was the one that pushed hard, and they could coach me from the back. So it was good.
Yeah, and Kim, what drew you first of all to gravel riding specifically?
Well, I liked riding off-road. I still do like cyclocross in winter with a recreational surrounding. I don't know how to say it. And I like it. I did then Valkenburg as a tryout, and I had a good result. And then I was actually approached by the guy from Gravel Bike, and he said, "Yeah, I want to fully cover you and help you get into gravel because I believe you have something to do, to give to the gravel."
Mhm.
Yeah, then I made the decision to quit the road cycling because I liked it, but I knew from I'm now 37, 38. I will not become a good road cyclist. I'm way past the age because road cycling is about the young women, about the 20-year-olds.
Do not start this discussion, Kim.
It is what it is. What it is. But in gravel, you have the 8 days where you can shine until
Mhm.
80, 85. I think the oldest participants are this year. So yeah, that's good. You don't have to compete with 20-year-olds. You compete with people that are in the same phase of life, people that also
Mhm.
have work, children. So it's more fair.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We understand. Oh, and just for our listeners, and maybe halfly for me too, Kim, for people who only see the elite gravel worlds on TV, how does the gravel scene actually work? Is there like a group of races that get you points, or how is it structured?
Well, if you want to compete in the elite category, you can collect points depending on the results in the age group. Sorry, in the elite group. It's different. For the men, when you get on a podium, you get a priority at the worlds to start early because they are in groups of more than 100. I think the youngest age group is to 700 participants. But it's not really with points in the age groups. So you just show up and try to be in the front as much as possible and make the best out of it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not like there is a couple of races during the season and you make a ranking and then the best one with the most points gets a jersey or is the winner, or yeah, like it goes in cycling.
Not in the UCI Gravel World Series, but they're in the Gravel Earth Series. That's in Spain, for example. Like the Traca is one of them. There you have an overall ranking that ends at the end of the season with a winner that gets a prize for being overall winner. There is different but the most known here is UCI Gravel World Series 1, and it's done.
Yeah. Okay. That's clear for us now. And how do the age groups and the open races and the elite events, how do you connect with each other? Do you have like close contact with the elites, or is it like a separate group and they arrive separate and they race separate, and then, or does it all mingle, the gravel scene?
It's mingled. So the elite category starts first, and then every 2 minutes there starts an age group after. It often happens that we catch up on elite riders, and then you're all in the race together, of course.
Before the race, is there like a lot of connection with the elite riders, the amateurs? Is it like more an how should you call it, like a festival atmosphere, like everybody knows everyone and then it's more relaxed than on race day on the road?
Yes, it is relaxed. Of course, the connection is mainly with the people that are in your starting area. So when I start my age group, I will not have connection with the elite riders because they are waiting in their start box. But I think there's always a good atmosphere. But I also experienced that in road cycling, where I was in my team. There was always connection with other riders, also during the race itself. Yeah, I found it very amusing.
That's the most important part of doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Kim, just take us through a typical gravel race weekend. How does it look like
Well,
for you then, specifically?
Well, often we go. I will be going into the Netherlands tomorrow. I'm taking the caravan. I don't know how to say it
The
in
camper.
English.
The caravan, yeah.
The cheap version. And then we're staying. There's a big. It's at the Maastricht airport parking area where all the campers will be standing. And then we go and pick up our numbers, so we don't have to do that in the morning before the race. And then we just relax. Some riders do a race reckon the day before when they live a bit further away. But since it's in the Netherlands region, I was able to go. I already went 3 times in the last weeks. So I don't have to do that anymore. If it's a bit further away, we would go earlier and then we would do the race reckon just before the race. But then, yeah, tomorrow I will have one more training in the morning, a quick visit to my mechanic, and then I will start packing and leave. And then try to relax, especially mentally.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then it's go time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is the gravel community as friendly and as supportive as it looks? Does everybody help each other out, or it's known the gravel scene like okay, it's relaxed riding, but maybe that has changed over the years.
Yeah, if you're racing and you're still in the race to get a result, I don't think people will stop when they see someone falling down or standing with a flat tire. On the other hand, people that are out of the race, they will stop. I've often seen people they stand together at the side of the course. I think it happens, but yeah, there's always spectators around as well to help out. But yeah, during the race, if you're in the front group, it doesn't get friendly. Yeah. Also in corners, when they go into single track, yeah, it can get pushy. Then it's less friendly.
Survival of the fittest, also
Yeah,
in gravel racing.
it is.
And how important is your team, the Cerso gravel bike team, Kim, and then that support network for you?
It's good because last year I was riding individually and felt a bit lonely sometimes because you always go to a race by yourself. You have to organize everything by yourself. And now we're in a group. Everyone brings their boyfriend or girlfriend along to help out. We have the mechanic that can help out everyone, or coach, our team coach is always present. So it's nicer. Also, you can do reckons together. You can talk about which tires to put on, which tire pressure. You get support that you know is trustworthy because you're in the same team. Also, we're all in different categories, so we're not
Competitors, yeah.
competing each other, which is also very good team. No, I'm very happy we have a team.
Mm.
Yeah, great. So, and then beyond racing, Kim, what role does cycling play in your mental health and everyday life?
Yeah, it became a part of my life. I cycle every day. I cycle first and then later comes work. So I started working less to be able to do my training and combine my training also with being a mom, not having to train while my son is with me. I want to be finished training and working before the end of school. So yeah, that makes it financially a bit more challenging, but as long as I can do it, it's okay. I will continue.
For sure, you should. What has been your most epic or challenging gravel ride so far in your career? And what did you take away from it?
Yeah, the most epic is, of course, winning the World Championships. In Leuven, because I knew it would be a very compact race, because it was not very challenging as in altitude meters or technical descending. So it was in a group, and I knew the group would stay together until we got into the Leuven city. And there I was able to predict what was happening. So that was very good. I knew it would get messy entering the city park, at Stadspark, and I knew I had to be in the front. So, and I did, and behind me they crashed. So it was good.
There you go. It's a
Yeah,
nice
no,
win.
yes, yeah, of course, because me thinking of myself of not having any tactical thinking skills, I was very proud.
Stars were aligned.
And
Yeah,
then
good.
epic rides. I think Houffalize is a very challenging one where I just switch my mind off and follow all the ex-mountain bike pros in the descent. That's all very challenging to make that switch turn off. That's also a disadvantage of starting late, I think. Having always thinking about, oh my God, I need to do this and this when I get back home.
Yeah, so yeah, I can relate. Yeah, and no unbound ambitions yet, Kim? Is it on your bucket list?
I was qualified last year, but I didn't go due to it's a big financial thing as well, and it's not yet on my bucket list. maybe later, because I'm thinking of taking on a few ultra races next year. I subscribed for the Traka, the 200 one. That will be a challenging one. And we'll see. The Rifts I also want to do. We'll see. We'll see what the brings. Yeah.
Plenty of stuff left to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have an underrated piece of gear that's made a surprising difference for you in gravel racing? Whether on the bike or as clothing or whatever it may be that we shouldn't think about, like this comes in really handy. This is a difference maker for a gravel rider.
For me personally, it's the flare in my steering. I'm stuur. I don't know how to say it. I have very wide. I don't know how to say it in English.
Handlebars.
Handlebars, very wide
Shifters.
handlebars.
Yeah.
That make me very comfortable descending. Very wide, almost mountain bike like. You sit low. Also, that was for me a big game changer. And also for me, the tubeless and plugs, because I don't know how to change a tire. So plugs are that are for me the very important things.
Great.
Yeah.
Good piece of advice.
Yeah.
And as an Abus ambassador, Kim, how do you see the role of safety and partnerships evolving in women's cycling? Because there's a lot to do about safety, but yeah, well, it's a lot of talking, and then, well, there still needs a lot to be done, I think.
Yeah, safety. For me personally, safety in the racing, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would be good to give women a different start and not have the mass start with the men, because they really, really go hard. Yeah, when you start with men, they are also in competition. They also want to win, and they don't look at you as, oops, it's a lady, let's watch out. No, they just go for it. When we start behind the men and we catch up with men, those men are not in competition anymore. And we can pass easily. They go aside, but when you're both racing, no one goes aside. So that's one thing. Yeah. The gravel scene to organize a day just for women, I think there's not enough women yet. It needs to get bigger for the organization to get it organized, because we sometimes forget that it costs a lot of money to get the roads free and everything. It's a money thing that costs a lot of money.
That's what it comes down to time and time again. And then this makes it like a good bridge to the last question of this section, Kim. How is the current women's gravel scene in Belgium? Besides you, do we have someone stepping up or coming up, like youngsters maybe? How's the Belgian scene?
Yeah, there's people coming up. Definitely also younger women that find more their thing, riding gravel, more than road cycling, because they know how to cycle hard, but they don't get what they train for when riding in the peloton. Gravel is more women against women, and I think it's definitely growing. You can see it with the Belgian championships, where lots of pros take the step and realize hey, this is something that pleases me. I get good result here, the result I train for. And I think, in my team, there's Liesel and Hanne. They have grown so much, and they're still young. They're 25, 26, so that's a beautiful age. And even younger, we're talking with the rider to join our team, and she's very young. So yeah, there's definitely lots of interest, and I think lots of pros will find their way into gravel and stay in gravel.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's now go back to the Worlds for a second of last year. What was going through your head the moment you first put it on?
The jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I was crying the whole time. Yeah, I don't know. The first thing I thought was like, oh yay, I'm world champion. But it was like, yeah, there's 20 others, and I'm the world champion. I'm not Vos. I'm just the world champion in my age group. With the women. Not that special. That was the first thing.
Oh really? Come on.
No, it's really true. I mean, but people came up to me and said, yeah, but it's in my age group. I said, yeah, that doesn't matter. It's still good. Yeah, lots of doors started opening, sponsors that came in, and then you start realizing, okay, yeah, maybe it's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
maybe
we
it's
don't
more
need to
just
minimize it. You're
Yeah,
technically still
it's
in
still
your
quite
age
something.
category the best of the world, so
Yeah, exactly.
to realize.
I'm an age
yeah.
group triathlete, Kim, and every age group winner I see, I have like massive respect because I think they're completely crazy to win even an age group. So hey, don't think it was a small feat that you did. Come on.
Yeah, no. I know now, and I passed it.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah. Okay.
It's thinking.
Yeah, that's interesting. But as you mentioned in the beginning of the episode, you will try before the race to relax a bit, also mentally. Did you feel with the becoming world champion there was a certain added pressure for you?
Yes, I had a lot. I felt lots of pressure because whenever I put the jersey on, I felt like everyone was looking at me like she needs to perform. She can't do bad. She always has to be good. And
Yeah.
that was a bit. I had difficulties with it because I didn't have a good winter privately, and then my training rates were less in the beginning. It was only August when I started catching up to my my watts of last year. So yeah, I had a difficult start, and then going from it was not fun because I always felt pressure, and I needed to relativitate. I don't know how to
Yeah.
say it. Yeah.
Relativate it more. Yeah, it's for you. It seems like it almost felt that with putting the jersey on, you felt that others were thinking like, okay, she's gonna be good, and it kind of made it. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
get it that you kind of
I
put
prefer being
the
I prefer being an unknown underdog that's then suddenly pops up instead of being
yeah.
what
Mm-hmm.
I
And
started
you
more.
you
Sorry.
kind of ruined that by becoming world champion. I'm afraid.
Yeah. But I had some good talks with several people, and they also, oh, you've got it. It's you don't need to do anything now. It's just enjoy it. And
yeah.
they had their experience and how they managed with everything, and and it made me relax a bit more.
Yeah. And what helps you to manage the pressure you feel before a race?
Well, for me, it's important to have. I took today and tomorrow off from work, so I can just at ease get everything ready instead of always rushing. So that helps me a lot to get some rest mentally. Yeah, it's just the rest and structure. That's what helps me the most. Especially in weeks, the week before competition, my mind can get like in error where I cannot get anything done. But there's things listing up, and then I feel like I lose the pleasure of looking forward to a race instead of being able to relax, live towards the moment, and actually enjoy it. So today was the first thing I started looking forward to the race. So I'm starting to look forward. I'm starting to feel the energy. So
Okay.
that's your turn.
Okay, that's good to hear. I was going to ask you. So going into Worlds this year as a defending world champion, does it feel different for you? The preparation, the mindset.
In the beginning, I was feeling like, oh, now I have to go there, and because I was a world champion, I need to win again, and the pressure. But then I was looking at other races, like the real world champions, the elite ones. It doesn't happen a lot. That's the same comes every year. It's every year someone else, so it's okay not to be the first on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna try to race as hard as I can and get the best result. Yeah, and we'll see. So I don't have to win.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about your last races? Because I don't think you had the ideal preparation, right?
No, I was in 3 weeks ago. I was in Italy for the Europeans. I raced further a whole week, so a whole week to live towards the moment, and I was doing reckons every day and really getting to know the course, and it was my kind of race because it had a very long climb. I think 2 times around 5 kilometers, and that's my strength. But then in the last reckon, the day before the race, I was getting a bit too confident going downhill, and I crashed, and my knee opened up. I had 14 stitches and 2 in my elbow, and my knee was like swollen. I couldn't bend my knee anymore. There was no Europeans and a swollen knee, not being able to cycle for 8 days. And that was just a week where I had to do lots and lots of cycling. So it was not good. I have some contact with my biggest concurrents of the race, and they said, no, don't worry about it. You'll be the most rested at the start. So no, I'll be fine. I can cycle again now. I'm training for a whole week again, and I'll be fine. The knee won't be an excuse.
Then let's switch to the combination work, motherhood, and sport, Kim. How on earth do you juggle training, your physiologist job, and your motherhood? How do you jiggle all that together?
Well, I work half. I
It
work.
helps.
Yeah. I work in the morning until noon, and then I go straight home, straight into training, and I finish around 3:30. Then I go to take a quick shower and pick up Loic from school. There's also the thing that I'm not together with his father anymore. So there's 2 days in the week that he's with his father, and then 1 weekend every 2 weeks. So those days are my steady days for the longer trainings. So it's not a positive thing being separated, but I don't want to call it a positive thing. It gives me a few days that I can just focus on being a cyclist. And that gives me some rest as well. But mainly, working half time, because working full time, then being a mom, and then starting to train when the week is at bed at 8 at night. No, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't have the energy anymore. No, working half time is much to get it all in a good combination, a healthy one.
Yeah, I could understand, but I think it's still quite a feat to manage everything in a day. So, is there something or someone that makes that balance possible for you?
My colleagues at work are very, very flexible. We're all independent goes at the hospital. I told my colleague, yes, I would really like today and tomorrow off. And they said, oh, yeah, I'll jump in for you. No worries. So, I'm very thankful for having a flexible job. And now for the rest, my family. When there's a weekend of racing and the week is with me, they're always happy to have him over for a weekend. And the week likes it as well because he thinks cycling is very boring. So he enjoys some extra time with his grandmother, his grandfather. So it's good to have my family around. The week also supports me. He loves it.
Yeah. And the interest will grow when he gets older.
It's he likes it because at school I'm known as a cyclist mom who is a world champion. So all his friends know, and there's some of his little that are into cycling, and they like it when I pick Loic up because then they can see me and give me push here. So no, it's fun.
Oh, you're a local celebrity at the school gates.
Yes, that's
Cool.
fun.
What kind of advice would you give the other mothers everywhere in the world who are chasing big athletic goals?
Oh yeah, you just have to do it. You have to do what makes you happy. And I see it in lots of mother friends. They say, oh yeah, I don't have time because this, because that. And then I say, you have to make time, put yourself first. But that's sometimes difficult. Not everyone is in the possibility to go and work half time. It's also, if you have a house to pay, bills to pay, you need to go to work. And I have the very good luck that I can support myself working half time. It's also a bit of luck in life, I guess. But just try and if you train hard, good things can happen.
Yeah, of course. And do you share your ups and downs in cycling life with your son Loic? And what do you hope that he learns from it?
First of all, I want him to have a healthy lifestyle. He's a football player. and they often sell hamburgers and hot dogs and chips at the football. But then I tell him, but I try to tell him how important food is. Good thing there's also Cristiano Ronaldo, who's a very healthy man. But I try to just keep him busy, but not too much. He has to enjoy it as well. He's still looking for his talent in sports.
Yeah, you secretly hope he discovers by cycling, or are you like a mom, like no, stay out of it with all the crashes?
I think he's a very good descender. Sometimes we go to, I live very close to Mostade, where there's lots of cross tracks, and he's so how to say it? I don't know how to say it. Quick.
Skilled, yeah, he's technically skilled.
And going down and turning, that I sometimes have to, go chase him, and so yeah.
There's hidden potential. I hear it. I hear it in what you're telling me.
He doesn't see it yet. He likes football too much for now.
Yeah, well, as long as he has fun, that's the most important thing. Yeah. And when everything feels a bit too much, because I can imagine, of course, how do you decide what to prioritize?
Depends. I always try to put cycling first. Yeah. If you're a mom, that's not always possible. If Loic is sick, but he's very, very rarely sick. He's a very healthy boy. Or when he asks me to come and watch his football game, then I will do that. I will be there and I will make sure I go train on another moment. When I want to go cycling, when he's with me, I need to do a lot of training. I make sure he has a very fun day at a friend's place or at family's place, so that he doesn't realize that I'm off cycling. I think it's very important knowing that he is having fun, and then I can enjoy my training as well. Otherwise, it feels like I feel guilty.
It's searching for an optimal balance between your own racing and trainings, and then of course, taking care of Loic, of course. Cool. Not an easy fact, being a mom and cycling on a high level.
No, it's manageable with the right order. Yeah, this is
Great. Cool. That's wonderful insight. That might be very useful for all the mothers that might listen and watch our show as well, and who think like, hey, can I excel in cycling? Yes, you can.
I was a mom when I started. Loic was, I think, will be around 4 or 5, so very little, and now it's all possible. Even younger moms can get a carry to put on the bike, and then you have extra resistance.
Yeah. Look at the solutions for everything.
Yes.
That's nice. So hey, Saar, let's wrap up this section and let's jump to the latest race news, right?
Yes.
Do you want to start with the Euros recap?
Yeah, sure. Well,
or anything else?
No, Euros. Let's just say Connie Hayes was here last week, and apparently all the Dutchies needed was Connie and me to agree on that this team was too strong to work together. Well, we were wrong. It was actually, I would say, a masterclass I probably have never seen from the Dutch team. So I was actually very impressed, of course, by Dani as well, but like just the Dutch team in general, I was really impressed. So we kind of questioned them post Worlds, like they didn't really show if they are a good team or not, but they proved at Euros they were a perfect team. And then Vollering, she was just too strong. Can't say too much about it. Longo Borghini, the only one who followed her for a bit, completely blew up and became 10th. That was pretty spectacular.
That was one of the most spectacular meltdowns of the season, I think. She went with Demi, and then it was like, you okay, Longo?
But like the first 2 minutes, it looked actually quite good, and I was like, this is kind of surprising. And then it was just poof. And then Nivia Doma, she was with Van der Breggen, and again, their perfect teamwork. I don't think it's the easiest thing to do if you're an X amount world champion and have won basically anything, to just need to protect someone who's away, but not in your team anymore. So I think also for her, it's a pretty good performance, both in racing wise and the performance itself. And yeah, Nidia Doma, there has to be one day she can win a title. I hope so. I really do. But and yeah, Shabe as well. She was good at Worlds, good here as well.
Yeah.
Franziska Koch, crazy. Like 5th here is very impressive. Sadly, she's also going to FDG next year.
Yeah.
Terrifying for the others. But we also got a highlight Shiro Wright's performances. Lotte Klaas, of course, very nice 15, but also Sigrid Haagseth. Whoa, 13? Again, she's really doing very well. So we gotta highlight that because very impressed again after already quite successful Worlds, I would say. And it's not that she's the leader here at the start, I would say, in the road race.
Oh, really?
So to end up 13th before Bredewold, just behind Binal Ziegert, that's hats off for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and a well-deserved winner, like you said.
Mhm.
Like nothing to seriously discuss about it. We
There is
might
something.
we might have to hope for an epic Dutchy meltdown, but and I was secretly waiting for it. Like, ooh, what's Anna gonna do? Like, this is gonna be mentally very tough.
Yeah, but
yeah, she.
But if she would have, that it would. Yeah, you almost can do it if you in that situation.
No, I know, but still, you never know with the Dutchies.
But there was a big thing to discuss. We of course had the Margot van Pachtenbeke attack. We can't forget about that. It was cool,
No.
but I don't know what they are doing lately. But first the Italians at Worlds with Julie van der Velde, now the Dutchies with Margot van Pachtenbeke, like they are not the big favorites. Just give them a little more time. But no, it was a nice attack. But yeah, it wasn't as spectacular as the Worlds the week before, I would say.
Nah, it was like, it was a Pogacar moment. This was like pretty boring. Once she was away, it was like, yeah, okay, that's it then.
But at least here, here you could kind of doubt that, like, ooh, will Van der Breggen work or not? And with the men's race, you already know, although they all have nothing to lose, they aren't even from his country, they won't work properly together. So at least you kind of have that tension.
That's for sure. That's for sure. I was secretly hoping before the race started that this was Chabet's day, that she deserved the jersey. But unlike the Worlds, this was like one for the favorites apparently. This race, and wow, Demi in a European or a World jersey. It's about time and it's well deserved. So yeah, can't complain about this European champion anyway.
No, definitely not.
But
and I think also mentally for her, it was time that there was a jersey for her. So that was good to see. There was another, I think, more exciting race going on, but who would know since there was no live stream?
Yeah, that's what they told us, that it was a very exciting race. We have no idea, but yeah, apparently it was.
Emilia in Italy. The men's race has coverage, but the women's race still has not. But it was kind of a race for the non-Europeans or those who weren't going to Euros. And it was Kim Knaeps who could finish it off and kind of make up for her Worlds. Not that she has to, but I think for her personally, she wanted to. And 24 seconds on Fisher Black. That's just very good. And Fisher Black also up there. And then it was Kastelein on 3. And then you see Isabella Holmgren on 4. Also quite impressive. And the new world champion on 7, Valieres. And then we had another one-day race in Italy. Longoborghini took the win. I saw a bit of that. I need to think. Valieres had a gap with Swinkels. I was hoping for Valieres just for het Nieuwsblad to come up with the title Fresh Kian Edberg's boyfriend wins her first race in the World Champion jersey. Hey, so now I've mentioned here, if you listen, maybe just don't do that, but they didn't need to pull out that title. So then they got called back, and then there were some moves. Kat was in there for quite some time as well. But then the final climb, or like hill, let's say, before the finish, Vollering and Longoborghini, or Vollering looked the strongest, I would say, but Longoborghini was still close enough to follow. And then Longoborghini wasn't really willing to work But yeah, we all know Lamborghini knows how to win a race. So yeah, it kind of felt like, I would say, in the last 2 kilometers. Yeah, that's the point. They had like 20 seconds. That's the point you maybe can start gambling a bit. But it felt like she accepted that it was going this way, and then she just wasn't in full focus. So she noticed like 1-2 seconds too late that Lamborghini started sprinting, and that's where she lost it because she still came a little closer. But that was a very exciting final, actually. And Kat was 12th there, which was a quite good result. Then of course we had Bench. Connie was racing there. DNF as expected. No idea what happened because there was like, I would say, 1 hour of live coverage. So no idea how it went, but as predicted.
She didn't make the coverage. Too
But
bad.
yeah, it would have been very shocking if she would make the coverage with this kind of
I
just
think
getting
she knows
into riding her bike.
Yeah.
So
I
maybe
think she's not disappointed herself.
No, maybe
True, that was-
probably she did the first good hour, but there weren't really updates or anything.
She's back in the peloton.
Yeah.
That's the best part for Connie.
But yeah, very, very expected win of Lorena Wiebes.
Yeah.
It was like
Again.
it was like she took the bike and then, just like one time she stood on her pedals and she already had like 5 meters. And I was like, oh, no. Gillespie kind of followed.
Kind of followed. She was still in the picture.
Yeah, and I'm not sure actually anymore, but I do have to. The Dutch jersey can be beautiful, but it looks very weird. It was also like with the long sleeves, but the red part looks completely out of proportion.
Ah.
Yeah. That's what you notice if you're already sure Wiebes is gonna win. So that looks very weird to me.
If it's October racing, you get drawn away by details, by fashion details.
So yeah,
it's
maybe
end of season.
Fix it for next season because it's a bit weird. And then actually the retiring Confalonieri became third in our last race. And also good to see comeback of Charlotte Kool, but not at Picnic anymore at Phoenix Koenig. Kind of getting used to it.
Yeah,
it's kind
weird.
of complicated mid-season, and then due to circumstances only for
race
one
in
race.
blue, it's okay, but when they put out the red or the green jerseys, like this is weird.
Yeah, but actually, I gotta say, Visma was really trying to not go for a sprint in the end, but as it works, was just too strong. They started there with quite a strong team. So that was that race. In terms of transfers, I don't know if they're Amber van der Hulst from Levalula going to Volkers Wessels. Again, the Nans, I think me and Connie talked enough about that, of Volkers Wessels going more into performance than development. And the most shocking, I wouldn't say, because it was spoiled already on the Dutch Eurosport. But Paulina Royakkers is going from Phoenix to UE. Good transfer for them, but like also there they are gathering a lot of climbers types. So yeah, will be interesting how it
big
goes
transfer.
there.
I hope it can push her to that final little step that she still needs to step up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting. And we have Stina Kajevi from Team Coop Repsol, the young talent that's going to EF.
Cool.
Quite a loss for Team Coop, but nice addition, I think, for the future for Team EF.
Yeah.
I think they will manage well with her talent to let it grow.
Sure.
And like you said, we have Confalonieri retiring. Like I think she's the woman with the most epic name in the peloton. When you hear her, Maria Giulia Confalonieri, you always think like, whoa, we need to take a bow. Like just because of her name. But she has a presence, she has the talent, she has the experience. So yeah, I think she will be missed in the peloton. She still finished third in her last race.
Saw a post today that Ségolène Thomas is also retiring. I think she's at 26.
Yeah.
I think in the beginning of the season and last season she showed some interesting results, but
so young to retire.
Yeah.
if you're in it
Stress,
since.
pressure, maybe.
Yeah, we heard
It's a
already on the
tough world.
podcast that the pressure can be a very
Yeah.
difficult thing.
And the pressure is even cooking more now with Ceratizid folding, with Arkea folding, with the new pro team status for next year. Yeah, it's heavy. I think the psychic burden in the women's peloton. But I think you ranted enough about it in the past episode, Saar. So just go listen. Oops.
Saar
Okay.
is gone.
Saar is gone. Ja, er is nog redelijk wat werk, denk ik, in het vrouwenpeloton. Ze gaan misschien ietsje te snel. Ze vergeten misschien ietsje te veel de basis, denk ik.
Ja, ik ben allemaal niet zo erg op de hoop. Ik probeer wel wat te volgen. Ja, het is ook zo tussendoor. Als ik eens tijd heb, dat ik wel eens een koers meepik of zo. Maar voor de rest...
Ja.
Het wereldkampioenschap in Rwanda heb ik gezien, maar bijvoorbeeld het Europees kampioenschap heb ik moeten skippen. Ik dan familieactiviteit had.
Ja, it happens. Saar is back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's then go quickly over the calendar changes for next year. The most shitty decision ever. I'm sorry, but Paris-Roubaix on one day, don't like it. It was nice, but it was really nice to just have like at least one classic where the full attention on Saturday was for the women and then for the men. But it felt like, okay, like everyone is doing it on one day, so we will do too. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a loss. I'm also very curious how it's gonna change things, because are they gonna do like, so the men's start, of course, is in Compiègne, and normally the women start in Dana, but it all looks very complicated to have one starting in Compiègne and then one in Dana, and then you have like, excited, I wouldn't say that. I'm curious how they will do things there.
They can start in Compiègne because they do the local lap there in Denain. Maybe they skip that and they add some kilometers from Compiègne. I don't know.
We will see.
Yeah, it's Azo's thing.
It's just a bit stupid, but anyways, something else. Dwars door Vlaanderen is promoted to World Tour. I think for Flanders Classics, it was quite important to get all their races on the same level. The women's races on the same level where the men's races are on. So that's a good thing. The Giro is moved from June to the end of May, so there's no overlap with the Tour anymore, which is good. But it's again, like, for a lot of riders, it's been from, let's say, Omloop to Liège, and then if you're a smaller team, then you can go to the Vuelta, and then it's like, what is it, like 2 weeks after it's Giro, and in between that you still have like the Spanish block. So it's a bit much. I get where they are coming from, but yeah, still feels not the right thing to do.
Could be better.
It
could be better.
It feels like, okay, we've heard your complaints, but we can't follow what you're suggesting. So we will just change something. Anyways, the teams are...
Stop complaining, we will move the Giro, but yeah, you didn't move it in the right direction, so we're still complaining.
Yeah, indeed, it's... Yeah, but if the teams were like, I would say 5 cyclists bigger each team, then it would be perfectly doable. Then you have a team of cyclists who do the classics or maybe just the Ardennes, and then they can do the Vuelta, or you have a team doing the classics and the Giro and skipping the Spanish block. But now the teams are quite small, and then within that team you have certain riders who do well at the sprints, at the classics, at the climbs. So, and like from Vuelta till the end of the Giro, it are all races that needs climbers, so not super thrilled about that. Then we have, of course, the Tour de France Femme. It's moved to August, so there's no like overlap with the men's race. For me personally, I think it's quite a good thing, because like, I don't know if the Grand Départ needs to be in the final weekend of the men's tour, because yeah, some people say, yeah, but the overlap brings more views, but you have more views during the Grand Départ. Don't think so. So actually, I think it's quite nice to just pull them apart. They are different races. So, and then we have Tour of Britain going to August, and then Romandie, who was in August now, is back at its original spot in September. So I think that are the main things.
Yes, sums it up.
Mm.
It's
Maybe.
yeah. Then we have the big event coming
Yeah.
up. As last news topic, the Gravel Worlds this weekend, this upcoming weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Kim, maybe to start, can you take us through the parkour? What is it like?
Well, the parkour, it's a very nice one. Although it has been raining a lot lately, it's very dry. It's very smooth gravel. There's not many muddy sections. There's not many that could get slippery.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very, very good. It will be a fast race. There's lots of climbing, not like last year climbing, where the one hill came behind the descent. Now it's just descending 90 degrees turn and climb again.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be more it will be more intense.
Yeah.
There's no technical descending, so no dangerous parts. I think it's I really like the course.
Mm-hmm.
Long, it's 130 for us, 180 for the men. But yeah, the strongest one will survive. That's a good thing. I don't think we will end in a sprint. I hope so.
But still, if you talk about the strongest one will survive, she doesn't need a sprint to be the strongest one. That's the problem here.
No, you never know that you stay together with 4 or 5 riders in the group. If you're very alike, then maybe you will have to sprint after that long race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not gonna think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the start list, it's quite impressive. A lot of roadies at the start, and not just the least, I would say. We, of course, have defending world champion Marianne Vos and Lorena Wiebes, as mentioned, Puk Pieterse, Misha Bredewold, Nia Doma, and so many more. Femke Marcus, Paula Blasi, it really keeps on going. So of course, from She Rides, not to forget, Lotte Klaas is there as well. Really, really impressive, and will be nice to see how, let's say, the road riders do comparing to the more gravel focusing riders.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I do hope, of course, Vos and Julia Doma are very strong and definitely women to watch. But I do hope that the true gravel women, like for example a Rosa Closer, will be there as well.
Yeah.
I think it shouldn't be the roadies taking all the honor. Although they're welcome, it's not a problem.
Let's hope so.
Like my teamie Hannah, she's one of the 3 or 4 Belgians in the elite list. She's looking very much forward to have a chance to race against Vos or to race against Oma. That's a chance you don't get every day. So see how long she can keep up with them.
Yeah.
No,
It'll be a nice experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Kim, do you want to kick off our 1, 5th, and 10th prediction?
1, 5th, and 10th. Well, for the 10th position, I will go for my own teamie, Hannah. And I hope she will be the first Belgian to finish. Number 5, I'm going to put Rosa Closer. And 1, I think it will be Vos again.
I go for Wiebes, the strongest one, the powerhouse.
Boring.
Yes, I know, but hey, I went completely crazy for World. So what was it again?
No, not
for the World TT or the Euro TT. Yeah, what is it? It was some of the last photos I went completely crazy.
Oh, yeah, Euros TT.
Yeah, the Euros TT. Yeah. So no, I go with Wiebes on 1. 5, I Kim's advice for Rosa Kleuser, and on 10, I go for Lotte Klaas.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, now I have to mix it up because on 1 I'm gonna do Nia Doma. The title is coming, hopefully.
She already had the title, huh?
Yeah.
The world champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and just Nia Doma. I would love to see her win more. So ending the season with a win. Why not? 5th. On 10 I was gonna do Lotte Klaas, but I'm not gonna do the same thing. So on 5 I'll say Lotte Klaas, manifesting what it's called. 10 I'll do Femke Marcus.
Exciting.
Nice. Yeah, we look forward to the Worlds.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an exciting race, hopefully. Good. Let's get back to our guests. Let's get back to Kim. How does your physio background actually shape the way you train and recover? Do you get a lot of knowledge out of your physio background doing it?
Yeah, of course. If I feel pain, I know where to go. I know where to look. I know which cause it might be. I don't need to go to the physio. A little problem, I know how to treat myself. Yeah, it definitely helps. But training wise, recovery wise, training wise, I have my trainer because I don't have enough knowledge in how to train properly. If I would train myself, I would get overtrained within weeks. I would do great.
Classic story.
So yeah, no, it definitely helps to prevent injuries and doing my core.
Yeah.
Not doing it, but knowing I should.
Yeah. And do you treat yourself differently than your patients, Kim? Because well, most of the time the doctors are the worst in doctoring themselves. So
I'm not a good fit myself. Not to train for 2 weeks until the stitches were gone. I was on the bike 4 days before, just trying myself. And no, I'm not the best physio for myself.
Also a classic story.
Yeah. Although within a certain knowledge of it's okay to try.
Yeah. And what are your go-to exercises to stay strong and injury-free?
For me, it's stretching, keeping the tension away from my big leg muscles that pull on my back. I should do core, but I don't do it a lot. That's one of my things I want to add in next season is I'm going to get into a group session or whatever, because by myself, I don't do it. It's the one thing too much schedule that I can't find the discipline for to do it every day again by myself. I'm going to get into a group class once or twice a week. That's on my to-do list. Yeah, and then stretching. I try to do it. Yeah, often when it's a bit too late, when I feel the tension coming. I'm a hernia patient, so yeah, I need to take care of my back.
Yeah. Do you have any simple and easy recovery tips for other riders that we could apply?
I think very important during recovery is nutrition. Coming from the hockey world, we often had a third time party. I would not recommend that if you're a cyclist. After training, it's very important to get the right nutrition, drink enough water, get the recovery, lots of sleep. When your body feels tired, you need to rest. There's no use in going for an extra training. That's something I had to learn myself as well, but rest can make you better.
Yeah. That's good advice that we often tend to forget. Yeah. And then have you changed training habits, Kim, over the years? Like when you compare like your early years, like 3, 4, 5 years ago, did you change anything to your training routine? Okay, yeah, sorry. So looking back at the beginning of the start of your career, that's not a whole lot of years back, of course, but has your training approach changed over time, or are you still doing the same routines and the same stuff like you did in the beginning?
I are 3 times a week. It's every day. Are you still there? But I've been with the same trainer since the beginning, and I'm still very happy about him. So yeah, that has not changed a lot. It was spot on from the beginning.
Okay, so Kim was dealing with some technical issues, so we decided to round it up here. I think the main takeaways from this episode is be sure to watch Gravel Worlds this weekend, be it on the TV or in person. I'm gonna go to it's a Maastricht, Beek, whatever in that area.
Nice.
I'll be glamping there. Which will be cool. I am a bit struggling with the amount of championships we have without Lotte Kopecky. Like, it kind of ripping me apart. But for the rest of that, no. It will be quite nice. Last year I went to the women's road race in Leuven as well. And it was kind of a nice atmosphere. So it will be cool. I will try my best to keep an eye on what's happening in the age groups as well, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah. Do we need to say something else? I don't think so. There's not much coming for women's road cycling, I would say.
China's coming up. That's it.
But like, you don't get all too excited about it. It's like so depressing if you now open for cycling or pro cycling stats or whatever. And then you go to like the World Tour races listed, then you just see like the Chinese races, and then immediately it's Santos Tour Down Under, and it's like, seriously?
It's you're stuck in between two feelings. Like I'm not so interested in the China races anymore, and then you see Santos Tour Down Under on the calendar, and it's like, no, I'm not ready for that.
Then it's like, okay, yeah, I will watch, because like, what am I gonna do otherwise?
Track
We
worlds?
have, and cyclocross as well. 1st of November is still pretty far away, but like Koppenbergcross is like, for me, like the real kickoff of everything. The track
for the next week. Come on, Saar.
Yeah. Also super nice. But track worlds are in more or
Chile.
less, I was about to say, in 2 weeks.
Okay. Well,
That's
now we got
fine.
the dates and the location covered.
We'll be excited if we have sheer rights at the start there. I have no idea, actually. Maybe Helene?
Helene, yeah, Helene should be at the start. But other track riders, Kat is not doing track anymore.
But this is also an open invitation for track riders. If you want to be on the pod, let us know.
Dear track riders, we need you. So get in touch with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Make yourself even more famous than you already are, and then ask for a guest appearance on our podcast. Come on.
Yeah. But I think that was everything we had to say today. I think very nice to have a kind of different perspective from what we normally get. The cyclist that trains and then rests and races, it's something completely else. And of course, a completely different discipline as well.
Mm-hmm.
So she isn't here anymore. But thanks to Kim for joining us and sharing her story with us. So that's a wrap for episode 47 of She Rides. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the ride.
Absolutely. Women's cycling is packed with action, and we're here to bring you every twist and turn.
Be sure to subscribe on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, so you don't miss upcoming episodes. And if you like today's show, a rating, like, or comment really helps us reach more listeners.
Follow us on Blue Sky and Instagram for behind-the-scenes updates and more.
Thanks again for joining us today, and don't hesitate to share your questions or topics you'd like us to cover.
And stay tuned for more exciting guests and join our prediction competition. Tag She Rides Podcast on Blue Sky to show off your knowledge, and She Rides is powered by Kariam Endurance Coaching.
Thanks for listening to She Rides, the podcast where women cycling tasty. Keep watching the fun, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.